This August, the rhythm returns. The Toronto Pan-African Film Festival is back, and louder than ever. It's Rhythm, the heartbeat of Black music and storytelling. Experience the powerful fusion of film and music that honors the creativity and impact of Black musicians worldwide. August 14th to 17th, from the Black Carpet Gala in Little Jamaica to free screenings, panel vibes, and the grand finale brunch with media mogul Phillip Scott. Get your tickets now at tpaf.com. The Toronto Pan-African Film Festival 2025. Feel the rhythm. Live the story.
You've tried it your way, but you're still in debt? Or maybe you're doing okay, but want to invest smarter, grow faster. MillionaireX.ai gives you real step-by-step strategies to ditch debt or stack wealth. Stop dreaming and start planning. Visit MillionaireX.ai today. I want you to be the next millionaire next door.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
Let's stop acting like we don't see how this game is played. If you tired of folks throwing shade with a smile and keeping you boxed in with that slick behind-the-scenes racism, it's time to upgrade your survival skills. See, Phillip Scott dropped more than just knowledge. He handed you a playbook with passive-aggressive racism in the system of white supremacy. This ain't the in-your-face kind. This is that sneaky, office space, let-me-block-your-blessings type of racism that'll have you questioning your own reality. It's time to call it what it is and arm yourself with the facts. But baby, don't stop at just peeping the system. Break those mental chains too. That's why you need 7 steps to decolonize the mind. This is about freeing yourself up top, walking in confidence, and letting the world know your mind is not for rent, lease, or layaway. It's time to reclaim your power step by step. So don't just watch, take action. Click over to Amazon.com, type in passive-aggressive racism in the system of white supremacy and 7 steps to decolonize the mind, and secure both books for yourself, your crew, and anybody ready for that mental liberation. La Sherika said it, now go do it. Invest in your freedom. Pick up both books today on Amazon.com. Trust me, your mind will thank you.
I don't spend my money at the club. Everything I want is provided for me.
Biggest misconception about you? Nothing. It's all true. It's all true. It's all true. If you hear something, believe it. You want to get married now? Do you feel like you're that? No. It is by choice. It's by choice.
Who inspires me? Me. Yes. Me. Yeah. They inspire me, those two you mentioned.
I date mostly like married men, because I don't have that type of time for you. Oh, yeah. And you are married, you don't have that type of time for me.
What do you think it is that the wives are not doing?
I love this question.
They're not really being loved properly. When you stay with someone for so long and you feel like, oh, I don't really have to do much. Don't ever be comfortable around a human being. They can switch.
His wife, one day I just make 11 o'clock, I'm like, she's like, my husband can't control himself, and you as a woman, you can't. I said, Mama, you can't even speak English. Like, I can't even understand. Like,
yeah, I can even speak English because of that's why.
Yeah.
I don't even speak English sometimes. I wouldn't say it was a sugar daddy or a blaster. But I had a thing with someone that was giving me a lot of money.
Every day he was sending me money for lunch.
Every day is when you go to work?
Exactly.
Shout out to the slay queens who are getting their thing without having to sell a thing,
Yeah.
Trust me, you can get whatever you want, once you put your mind to it.
Watch Slay Queen only on the African Diaspora News Channel app.
From November 14th to 21st, we're inviting you to join us for a powerful trip to Ghana. This isn't just a vacation. This is a chance to walk through the same places where many of our people were captured, held, and shipped off into slavery. So don't wait. Secure your spot today. We're making history by walking through it. Will you be with us?
In H-Town, we want news that speaks truth, just like we do.
ADNC keeps me informed and him inspired.
We've been through too much to trust mainstream media. This feels like us.
From the D to the diaspora, ADNC is how I stay woke. We binge ADNC like it's Netflix, but smarter.
They speak on us, but never for us. ADNC does.
No fluff, no filters, just the truth, daily.
From Wall Street to 125th, we're watching our news.
Download the African Diaspora News Channel app today to stay connected to the culture.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us on the stream. It is August the 4th. It's the first Monday of the month. We greatly appreciate everybody coming on in. I was a little behind today. Had some important things to do in the house. Had some repair people come through. So put me a little bit behind, but that's okay. We are here. I hope your weekend went well. You know, school starts next week, at least for my daughter and a whole lot of other kids, right? So I know y'all doing back to school shopping. I know y'all getting caught up on all of that. And wrapping up vacations. Shoot, I just went over, I was on the South Padre Island this weekend, y'all. It was hot. Oh, man, it was hot out there. But the water was beautiful. That green water that's down there in South Padre Island. So shout out to them down there. You know, me and the family, we went down there and had to get in the water a little bit, enjoy ourselves. But now we back to work, ladies and gentlemen. Now we back to work. All right, so tonight, we're going to talk about an East Indian man that decided to roll up on one of our brothers in a neighborhood. And this is why we cannot be proponents or supporters of immigration. Immigration is not something that benefits us. And of course, they're importing the wrong people here. And there's not being any kind of benefit to us by importing these people. So we need to talk about that tonight for sure. Also, you know, if you're going with us on the Ghana trip, make sure to keep up the payments. And hey, we still got more openings on the Ghana trip. Make sure that you sign up for that. It's $199 down. Or you can pay, you know, payments, or hell, you know, some of y'all got it like that. Y'all can just pay it off. And then we're good to go come with us to Ghana. Also, the ADNC app. We greatly appreciate all of you who have joined that, because that comes directly to us. No cut, no anything. It comes directly to us. So greatly appreciate that. And also on the 31st, I just did an interview with, shout out to LA Ware out there in Canada, Toronto, Canada. We'll be there next week at the Pan-African Film Festival. We'll be doing some panels over there and speaking with the people. It'll be our first time in Toronto. So all you brothers and sisters in Toronto, shoot me a line or come see us out there at the Pan-African Film Festival. You know, I love to talk with you. And for me, it's about breaking bread with the brothers and sisters globally, because, you know, we got to do that. This is the thing. And I tell y'all this. We got to have some brothers and sisters who will be a proper ambassador for Black America globally. We got a lot of people here that can do the work here and don't have to go nowhere outside of this country. And please do the work in this country. Let's get it done. Let's get reparations. Let's get an anti-Black hate crime bill. But at the same time, Black America need to expand our reach outside of the United States. And I feel I'm better suited doing that. I can do stuff home, but I'm more suited doing that. So we want to represent outside our country, make links with people. And hey, you know, let's work together. That's how I'm with everything, right? And that may not be your calling. You may not be called to do anything outside the United States. You may not be called to do anything outside your state, your city. Be the best person you could be in your city. Be the best person in your state. Be the best Black American in America. I want you to do that. We need you to do that. But some of us got to be on the international front too, and that's where I come in. I don't make no qualms about it. I feel you go where God send you, right? And we got to have our people international, because the problem with a lot of people coming to this country and having these ideas is because the white supremacists have been speaking ill about us to everybody, right? And we haven't even engaged these people. And they've been speaking ill about us, bringing their media to these different groups of people and putting dirt on our name like we did anything. So it's going to take some of us being a proper ambassador of Black America and say, no, that's not our people. This is our lineage. This is who we are. We come from a culture of resistance. We come from a culture of justice. This is who we are. You know what I'm saying? And from what I see, we get a great reception as Black Americans everywhere we go. So that's kind of where I'm at with it, and I want to definitely represent in Toronto next week, and I'll try to make the family proud here in anything that I do abroad. All right. I see y'all coming on in. That's good. That's beautiful. You say you wish you was in position. Yeah. Hey, like I said, things. The economy has been tripping. Things are changing very quickly. And I pray that everything turn around for everybody, because I know right now, at least at this first 2 weeks, be crunch time, because a lot of you got back to school going on, especially with kids, right? You got to buy school supplies, new clothes, uniforms if your kids going to private school, paying tuition, whatever the case may be. So I get it. But I pray that everything just turn around real quickly. But before I get to the East Indian man situation, let me kind of talk about my state, because I had some people ask me about my state of Texas, right? So what's going on right now is they're want to redo the maps. Now, this goes back to Donald Trump. Now, I'm a type of person, like I said, I don't believe in Democrat. I don't believe in Republican. I believe as Black people, we need to be politically independent. We need to be politically single, right? Politically single. We do not need to be in no relationship with no political party, not tied down to nobody, right? Well, as a Black person who's politically single, right, and I'm not tied down to nobody, I look at things through the eyes of my community. But we're going to report things. Now, the Texas Republicans, going back to Donald Trump, he wanted 5 more House seats. So he came and told the governor down here in Texas, hey, Greg Abbott, you and the Texas government, since it's time to redistrict, go ahead on and gerrymander your state so we can get 5 more Republican seats. Now, that is complete cheating. I'm not with cheating at all. I'm not, just like I wasn't with the mail-in ballot stuff, I'm not with this, okay? That's cheating. But the Republicans do not care about cheating. They don't. I think I said this, and maybe I posted, maybe I didn't, on X, that the Republican Party are trying to use the apartheid South Africa strategy, okay? Now, let me show you the maps real quick. Let me show you the maps, what they want to do and what they trying to do, right? Okay. So you look at on the screen here, this was the current Texas congressional maps. And as you can see on the left, it was all Republican, mostly, except going down to the Rio Grande Valley, that's where I was at over the weekend. That's all Democrat. And then you got your major cities like your Houston area, that's all Democrat right there. All the surrounding areas of Houston. Then you have your San Antonio, that's going to be Democrat. You're going to have your Dallas area up here, it's going to be Democrat. El Paso, that area is going to be Democrat. Okay, most of your major cities like that is going to be Democrat. Well, what they're trying to do here is, if you can see on the right, basically they're putting Democrats against each other. Jasmine Crockett literally going to be taken out of her district. Well, she won't even have a district anymore. That's how they're trying to get rid of her. They did it to several Democrats. And if you look on the right-hand side, even going down to the Rio Grande Valley, they literally cut right down the center of a whole Democrat area. You see on the left, they cut all the way down, literally split the Rio Grande Valley with Republicans. And if you look even on El Paso on the left-hand side of the state, if you can see there, they cut into the district right there, if you can see that. And the same thing, like they fill it all in here, cut more into the Democrats than what they have. Now, Democrat, Republican, to me, it don't matter. I don't think cheating should be allowed. And all this is behind what Donald Trump feared he's going to lose in the midterms, because a lot of things he's doing is not popular, contrary to what a lot of you have been telling me when I made that statement. A lot of people not pleased with Donald Trump and the Republicans on what they're doing. And when the big, beautiful bill really come online next year, it's really going to be a problem. And they know that with all those cuts coming, especially to a lot of white folk. So they're trying to go ahead and get these Republican seats now. That way they can't really be voted out. So what's happening right now in the state of Texas, let's get back on the screen here. So in the Texas Constitution, they have a law where they say you have to have 2/3 of the government here, the lawmakers, to do anything. They call it a quorum. So the Democrats decided to do about 51 of them. They decided to leave the state. Okay, so some of them is out there in Illinois, like Chicago. Some is in Arizona. Some is in, went up there to New York. They all kind of went all over the place to prevent voting on this bill. As long as they're not here in the state of Texas, then they can't vote on the bill. Now, the special session can run out, and all Governor Greg Abbott got to do is just call another special session, much as he wants. But that's what they're trying to do with the congressional maps. Because I, regardless of what some of you have said in the chat, yes, some people like immigration, but they're not liking some of the things that the Republicans are doing. They're just not rocking with it. They're not rocking with it at all. So you know how it is with people. If one party don't do something, then they're going to try to go put the Democrats back in office, right? That's just how it is. I've been doing this for so long. I've seen the volleying. If the Democrats mess up, they put the Republicans in. The Republicans mess up, they put the Democrats in. It's just a back and forth thing if you know anything about political history. So that's what's going on right now in the state of Texas. Now the backlash to that, the Democrats say, well, like Gavin Newsom, I hearing Kathy Hochul in New York discussing this. Well, if Texas go through with this map and they do it, then we're going to gerrymander our state that way Democrats have all the seats and Republicans have nothing, right? So my opinion, I think if the maps go through in Texas, I think they should do it. I think, you got to give people what they're asking for a little bit, right? But then you're hearing, some Republicans, that's messed up. They're going to do this. No. Gerrymandering has always never benefited black people. Let's go there. Gerrymandering has always been done to prevent us from having political power in the country that we built. They always gerrymander districts. They get people out their seat. They do this, and this is why I told you, if you're a student of history and you understand the term states' rights is the most racist thing ever, because states' rights was presented to stop following what the federal government would say on anywhere in the area of equality or things like that, right? That's what states' rights come up at. I don't believe the state should be in control of certain things. Like, for instance, the federal government should be in control of the districts. Sorry, they should be in control of it. And it should be an equal amount of districts, equal amount of representation for everybody, right? Equal. Or if you want to do it based on population, okay, you can do it based on population, how many seats or whatever, but it needs to be equal. That's the only fair thing to do. But these people don't believe in any kind of fairness, because you have to understand, when I mentioned apartheid South Africa strategy, is we want to rule in a minority. The Republicans understand we not going to have the numbers. The white majority rule is not going to last. So we got to gerrymander, we got to rig the system so we can rule as a minority like they did in apartheid South Africa. That's what the Republicans are on right now, ladies and gentlemen. Now, how can they combat that? Sure, the Democrats can leave, but how long will they really be gone? Can they afford to stay out the state, for months at a time? Or can they afford to stay out the state until after the midterms? Can they afford to do that? Now, Greg Abbott talking about put out arrest warrants for the people, but I don't know what you're going to arrest them for. I mean, they don't have to be there, right? Now, I seen Jolanda Jones talking about that it's no laws to put people in jail for that. They can leave the state if they choose to. But this is what's going on. And see, what I tell people about Republicans, they have some good things they talk about that I can agree with. But then they do too much. And they doing too much. That's why people come out and say, all right, man, they got to go. Not because everybody agree with them, but because they do too much. They're too power hungry. And when they get in power, they really get salivating for power, especially this branch. They want to, if you notice what they're doing, they're not wanting Latinos to be with them. They're not wanting Asians. They're not wanting Arabs, Indians, none of them other groups. They want only them, white males in particular, up there with them. And all you other groups that come in here, you notice they ain't put no Africans with them, no Caribbeans, no anybody that's outside of Black Americans. They don't do that. They don't want to fool with you. They only want them. I told you, they on the apartheid South Africa strategy. And listen, somebody like Trump, right? You can say, well, why Trump cares so much? He's going to be gone in 4 years. These people think about, well, I don't want my children living in a country where they're being ruled by everybody else but Black people, right? Everybody else but our own. Let me say that much. They definitely want Black people. They don't want to ever have to listen to us. How many times have some of you been a supervisor and you had to tell them what to do? They can't stand it. You know how many videos I watch of Black police officers? That I got a video on Emancipation Media I'm going to put up about that. How a Black police officer was telling one of them what to do, and they were just giving them all kind of mouth and giving them trouble because they don't think they got to listen to us for no reason. So what's happening is that they're literally cheating, because that's cheating. They're cheating, trying to get people like Jasmine Crockett out of her seat and many other Democrats, not just Jasmine Crockett, and trying to add 5 seats to Republicans so they can keep control. Not because they did better candidates, not because they got better ideas and people come out and vote. No, they want to cheat. And I don't think nobody should agree with cheating, no matter if it's Democrats cheating or Republicans cheating. I think that's horrible and despicable to cheat, okay? Now, when Trump and them was talking about the Democrats cheat, the Democrats with the mail-in ballots, the Democrats, okay, so then you go around and you cheat too? Well, shoot, you're not going to have much of a so-called democracy, which I use that loosely, if everybody's cheating, right? Okay, cool. So I just wanted to give y'all just a little update, on that. And, they're going to go full throttle. But at the same time, who cares? Who cares if they go full throttle with a California strategy? Are you going to let them? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? And we'll talk about the East Indian man here in a minute. But what are you going to do about it? Are you going to just, look what they're doing to us? Are you going to get together? You're going to organize? You're going to mobilize to other Black Americans and say, not on my watch that's happening? Are you going to get candidates out of our community and say, hey, this brother, this sister right here, they the truth. We're going to go ahead on and support them, paper them up. We're going to make sure they're good, and they're going to represent us. I mean, listen, I'm the kind of person, I believe more in action than just talking. Yes, I talk for a living. That's my job. I'm supposed to put out news and information. But everything I've ever done has been about action, okay? Action. Not talking, not complaining. Look what he did. Look what the Republicans did. No, our ancestors have said we put foot to pavement, touch grass, and put our foot up people's butt when we got to. We create businesses, we create towns, we create schools. Not a Dr. Umar school. We talking about a real school. I had to go there. A doctor, because that Dr. Umar situation we've seen recently. You know what? Let me go there for a second. People like him and many others, it's the main reason why I never crowdfund. You know that? Him and many others, not just him, it's the main reason I have never crowdfunded. I just made sure not to do it. I say I'd rather give a tangible product like an app subscription, maybe a membership, a book, something. Because these guys, in my opinion, have ruined the trust in Black America, and that makes me upset. I've always been like that. I get upset when I watch Black people come up, present something to the people believe in you, and they're really coming out of pocket to support you, and then after they came out of pocket to support you, you're 10 plus years in still talking about, now yes, it's definitely 10 years. 10 years in talking about you still getting donations for a school that would never open. It would not open at this point. And I have no problem saying that. I don't care if he doesn't like it. I don't care. This man has been asking for school donations since 2015 that I know of. No, it was before 2015, but I'm going to give him 2015. I think it's around 2013 because I've been around for a long time. And at least since 2013, but let's say 2015, 10 years and that school has not opened. There are people that literally, I heard them the other day and I'm like, wow, this is ridiculous. There are people who are grown men and grown women now. When he started talking about the school and they could have went to the school. Grown men and grown women. And he's still talking about not opening a freaking school. If any black person give that man a dime at this point, that's your fault. That's not his fault. Now, if you want to look at him as entertainment, I look at him as entertainment. And it's funny, some things he says. Some things he say is right about politics. But I view him as entertainment at this point. I would never view him as an educator. No. Because people who have a proper education, they're going to handle business differently. So it's on you. If you want to give him some money, it's on you. Do what you want to do. And if you say, oh, he hating, there's nothing to hate on. I don't hate on anything. I'm just saying in my position, I just don't think it's right to sit up here taking money from black people for over a decade, say you're going to do something and you don't do it. And we got other black people that got schools open right now that money could have went to make their schools bigger. It's a lot of black schools in this country right now that's already open, operating and teaching our black children. And that money could have went to support those schools to help those schools have bigger facilities, to maybe hire other teachers, do whatever for our black children. Listen, part of y'all talk about Black American, FBA, and anything else you're talking, you're going to have to deal with other Black Americans or FBAs that's scamming, hustling. You're going to have to deal with the CBC that's taking money too, the black preacher. You're going to have to deal with all that mess. That's why when I was talking about the African thing with the boycott, I'm like, bro, we got way more internal problems with our community as Black Americans than anything else. And that's just one of them. That's that preacher hustle, siphoning money out the black community, ain't doing crap with it. I don't know why I went there, but I felt I just needed to go there. Now, we want to talk about the Democrats and Republicans and their issues and what they're doing to us, but we got some of our own people that's worse than the Democrats and the Republicans. And we got to deal with those issues too. Now, the other person earlier, talk about the California strategy. Now, let's get to part of the problem with the Democrats. The Democrats believe in this mass immigration, and they believe in it. And this is the thing. When you bring over these so-called high-skilled immigrants from India, China, wherever, you are literally, you mean to tell me there's no high-skilled people in the black community? There's none that you can teach? There's none that can learn? You mean to tell me that's none in our community? You got to go way to India and bring people over here and put them in jobs that could be done for black Americans. Let's call it what it is. If you're bringing the East Indian over here, then that's a quote unquote diversity hire, DEI, whatever else you want to call it, affirmative action hire in a lot of these white corporations. When black Americans fought for that, we fought for that for us to benefit. We didn't fight for other groups to come waltz in and then treat us any kind of way. Then they get into this country and they get a good life. And then once they get their good life, a life they would have never had in their homeland. Because if you really want to go over to their homeland and see how they living, just go look it up on the internet. That's why they run over here. They flee to get over here. You ain't no way you could come over here and say you're better than us when we can go pull up videos of your homeland. Our worst of the worst in black America. Our bottom 10% of black Americans is no way, shape, form, or fashion living like some of y'all living in India. Sorry, they're not. Okay? Now, let's get Dimitri. Let's get to this video. All right? Let's get to this video real quick. Let's check out why we should not be supporting immigration. This is why.
In my own neighborhood where I live at, working in my neighborhood by my house, and I have this man asking me, do I live here?
Yes.
And what's your name? Dude, I'm going to start. I'm going to start a civil lawsuit right now. That's what I'm going to do.
Absolutely, you got to do it, man. But I want.
What's your name, man? Because I'm walking in the neighborhood where I live at, and I'm getting harassed.
No, wait. He's unnecessarily playing us.
But we took my car.
Yes, bring my phone. I don't have my phone. Get my phone.
Come with me and get the phone.
I will get my phone because this guy will escape otherwise. Get my phone. Get my phone.
Come with me.
Yes, get my phone now, please.
You see this man right here?
And I'm gonna tell you something before I keep going. You notice how he talking to his woman? I gotta tell y'all about. I gotta remind y'all of a story. But let me continue.
I'm gonna keep him a distance back. He's steady walking up on me like this. Y'all see this?
Yep. I know that this is not your house.
This not my house, but I live in this neighborhood. You don't gotta listen.
You don't live in this neighborhood.
You don't know where I live at, sir. You can't not tell me where I live at, and I'm not gonna pull out my ID and show you where I live at. I know you live right here, and I live in this neighborhood. You have a blessed day, sir.
No, you
have a blessed day, sir.
I'm calling the cops.
You have a blessed day, sir. You have a blessed day, sir.
You wait here.
You have a blessed day.
You wait here. I'm calling the cops. Wait here. If you live in this neighborhood, wait.
Yo.
If you live in this neighborhood, wait.
Don't touch. Yo, who the fuck is you talking to like that? Don't raise your voice at me like that, boy.
Wait here.
I'm a grown ass man. What is you doing?
This is a protected neighborhood, and you're not supposed to be in here.
Yo, what's your name, yo? He's steady walking up on me, yo. He's steady walking up on me.
Get my phone. I'm calling the cops.
Yeah, I'm calling the cops right now.
Please do. Now.
Don't walk up on me no more, bro.
Please do.
Yo. Don't walk up on me no more.
Yeah.
Your ass going to jail, boss.
Yeah. I want to see who goes to jail tonight.
Bro, don't keep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So you see that. So let me ask you a question. Do you support more immigration after seeing that? Let me tell you something else. You see that man, East India. I remember a story, and I think the interview. I think that interview was on my podcast channel. Well, I did an interview with a black flight attendant, and she had said in the interview on my podcast channel where one of them treated her. She said some of them had treated her worse than even other white person, right? And called her the N-word, those East Indians. Now, if you watch how he talked to his wife, I'm gonna tell you something else that happens in their culture. They be beating them women. They beat them women. And I told y'all, that time I told you I had a back and forth one time with one of them, maybe about a couple of months ago. And I picked it up real quick that he beats on this woman or whatever. I mean, because you can just pick it up when the dude doing that. It's just by the way he talk and just the way she kind of looks. And I felt bad for that lady at that time. And I'm like, I ain't your female. You know, that's why. But see, when I approached him, when I was talking to him, and I told him, hey, take your temperature down. I was saying, watch your mouth. Take it down. He did. And his woman was kind of looking at him like, whoa, like he calmed down. I'm like, yeah, because when you deal with a man, that's going to happen. When you beating on women, you're not really a man like that. I'm a firm believer of that. Anyway, so why will we support more of this in this video? Why? Listen, we got enough of this that's homegrown, okay? We don't need to be importing nobody from India or anywhere that's going to come over here and disrespect black Americans. And if it wasn't for black Americans, this man would have no opportunity to come over to this country if it wouldn't be for black Americans. And I want black Americans to tell every last one of them groups that. Put it in their face. They'll try to tell you, oh, no, it's because of white people. White people didn't want you here. They wanted Europeans here. That's what they wanted. That's what they always wanted. Would Trump say he would like more immigrants from Norway? He never said he wanted more immigrants from India or anywhere. He wants more immigrants from Norway. But people from Norway, like, why would they come here? They're like, America's ghetto. So we got free health care. America got horrible food. You know what I'm saying? Why would I want to come here? They all say that. You don't have no Europeans busting in to get to this place. They don't want to be here. And I really don't blame them. Why come here and deal with these issues and problems? But a lot of black Americans are cool on this. That's why they're like, yeah, I'm good. And to me, in my opinion, it's about one of the only things that Trump got right is the immigration tip. We don't need no more of that. We don't need to be importing any more anti-black racists. We don't need them. And also, since we're going back to the boycott conversation, in my opinion, they need to be boycotted too. Because look, I'm all for economic boycotts. Oh, y'all, I forgot to tell y'all. The boycott conversation has really triggered other groups. I'm not talking about Africans at this point. So I did a video on the podcast channel, and I was pointing out a video that was posted last year, and I said, look, there's a lot of Asians that be disrespecting Black Americans, and in the video I said, I'm all for boycotts to get some respect. You know what I'm saying? So I said, I think we need to boycott them too. I said, because for years, they've been doing a whole lot of things to Black Americans, especially Black American women more than anything else. I say, I think they need to be boycotted. Boy, I had a person that wrote me. They had so much rage in this email. And I'm like, oh, they get so bothered when you tell Black people to boycott. And I told y'all, our greatest weapon is economic boycotts. We don't have to, listen, we don't have to fight nobody in the street. We don't have to destroy anything. We can just say we're pulling back our money. You know, I'm going to tell you why people fear that. We have a $2 trillion, 2.1 actually, $2.1 trillion buying power now, 2.1 trillion. And everybody want their hands in it. Everybody. And that's where our leverage is at, is our buying power. So if we say we're going to boycott you, right? If we're going to say, okay, you being disrespectful, boycotts in place until we get tired. Trust me, a lot, especially people like him, and they have a lot of businesses in the Black communities. We literally can shut them down overnight. If you really want to be on some Black American FBA tip, the proper thing to do is to say, okay, these businesses in our neighborhoods aren't owned by Black Americans. That changes today. So what we're going to do, we're boycotting every last one of y'all to the point y'all going to shut down. And then a Black American is going to go into that place and own that place now, and then set up shop in there, in our community. If you really want to be about the business of Black America, that's what you do. You not only live in your community, but you control every business in your community. Listen, white people control the businesses in their community. They don't let all these other foreigners come into their community, bringing their culture, their foreign cultures, into their community. They don't allow it. So why are we not doing the same? And we don't have to do nothing wrong to nobody. We can just say, we're not shopping with you. We're boycotting you until you have to shut down and get out of here. And we already got another Black American right now. Soon as that place go, we got another one coming right on in to reopen. That's how you exact your power. And at the same time, as a community, you say, okay, we're going to help this brother or sister open up. We're going to take our dollars and help get them open. So, hey, you be like, hey, what you need? Okay, man, I need to buy some supplies. It's a convenience store. Hey, I need at least X amount of dollars. You know, hey, okay, let's all go together. Shoot, man, and make it a community event. We all go fill up the new convenience store. Hey, what else you need for? Oh, we need to do this. Make it a community event and get them businesses reopened. And that's how you also get respect, because a lot of foreigners don't respect Black Americans when they can come in our neighborhoods and open up businesses, and we have to patronize them in our own communities. But yet white people don't let that happen. When you talk about respect, that's how you get respect from everybody. Until you're ready to move like that, you're just talking at this point. You're talking. Just the even discussion of boycotts get people scared. Even white folks, they get scared. They're like, whoa, because we've done it successfully before and it hurts them financially. And they don't want that. So they're like, hey, man, whatever we need to do, we want the black dollar. Think about it. If every major city where we have a neighborhood and we tell these places, hey, look, check this out. We've been patronizing you for so long. You never hire black people in here, but yet you own it and control it. And you sit up here. We notice you letting drug deals go on here. These nefarious characters are hanging around here. So that ends today. You're done. You're done. So we told the community, we're boycotting you until you close, until you shut down and you're gone. And then we see, something there for lease or whatever, then we're going to get it. And if they try to prevent us from getting it and another business open there and it's not Black American owned, we're going to boycott them too. until they close, until we get it. Because bottom line, our community, our businesses. Anything more or less than that is out of order. If you're really going to be about respect, if you're going to really be about letting these foreigners know you're not going to come into our community just doing whatever you want to do, we got to control our community. Just like, listen, I'm not saying nothing radical, okay? I'm not saying nothing radical. I'm only saying we're trying to return back to the time of our Black American ancestors. Our Black American ancestors, even my father talked about this, that they owned everything in the community. The grocery store, the convenience store, the doctor's office, everything that they needed, barbershop, beauty shop, anything they needed, they controlled it. So really, we're not doing nothing wrong. We're only returning back. We talk about our ancestors. Well, wouldn't honoring our ancestors be to return back to that? Wouldn't that be more honoring our ancestors? Now we have more access to money and all these other things that we have. Shouldn't that be the play in our own neighborhoods? And that should be a national movement of saying, hey, everybody gonna have to go at this point. You gotta go. No, we're not gonna move you by force. We're not gonna commit no crime. We're just gonna economically starve you out. And we're gonna educate the community while we economically starving you out. We're gonna do meetings in the community in like town halls and explain to you why we doing it. Because there may be people that don't know nothing about why we about to do this. So we got to educate them and just let them know this is the reason why we're doing it. You come in our neighborhood, we're going to have to own it. Now, they say, what about the big Walmarts and stuff like that? You pull up on them too and say, hey, look, we're going to make sure you're doing right in this community too. But, you know, I will say this about Walmart. I do just see them hiring a lot of black people. I can't take that from them. They hire a lot of black people, actually. You know what I'm saying? These foreigners don't hire no black people. None. Because they can easily say, hey, we do hire black people. Look, the manager is black. They're easy to tell you that. But Walmart's not stupid. Walmart want black dollars. So they don't really want to mess up with black people. I give the big corporations that much. But these foreigners don't even think like that. You would think the foreigners would be smart and say, you know what, I'm in this black community. Let me hire all black employees. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what I'm going to do. That way I'm showing I'm giving back to the community. At least I'm creating jobs. But they don't even do that. Now, the geek surgeons say there'll be the true year of return. Yeah. And it's not hard to do this. And you foreign groups that may not like what I'm saying, you should go to your own neighborhoods and own some, or go to the white people's side. Because they got more money anyway, right? Go to the white people's side and go get your businesses over there. Or just go do your businesses in your own communities. Everybody, think about it. Everybody come to this country, disrespect black Americans, but yet they're putting their businesses in our communities and eating good and disrespecting us at the same time. But that's part of our fault. We have to accept responsibility on that. People only treat you the way you allow them to treat you. And we've allowed them to come in our communities, open up businesses. We have supported them for years, disrespect us, accuse people of stealing when they're not stealing. Some of them even put hands on black people, and you still go back to shop over there with them. Well, until you get to the point, you're talking about straightening people out, right? Well, the other foreigners need to be straightened out too. And the best straightening they can get is out of the black community. And then have a brother or sister ready to go right then and there to take that over. That's what we need to do right there. That's what we need to do. See, I told y'all, I'm about the action. I ain't about all that talking. Listen, going back and forth with Africans and all of that, to me, that's not even the biggest fight for me. The biggest fight is the foreigners in the black community. That's the biggest fight. Because let's call it what it is. People like that man in that video will be in your community. The Africans don't even own a braiding shop in our community. Let's call it what it is. They don't even own it. They don't even own them there. The Caribbeans, they don't own them there either. But people like that dude in that video do. They come in our community all the time. They have no respect. You say all the corner. Yeah, if they're in our community, we need to own it. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Now, you're going to have a little fight on your hands because some black people are hard-headed. They are so used to, just not being community thinking. They have no problem giving. See, listen, this is the problem. You got $2.1 trillion, but only, I think they say 2% of it stays in the black community. Think about that. Only 2% of $2.1 trillion stay in the black community. What if you even change that to 50% that stays just circulating in the black community? That's our wealth right there. We have the wealth. We just don't keep the wealth in our community. 6 hours, it goes right back out. Well, if you look at how you're shopping, most people shop locally, right? You go into the local businesses in your community. Well, if it's a black community, look at who owns everything. So look at it and say, okay, well, it's time for us to own now, and we're going to get you out of here. Hey, you just do one by one by one. That's how you do it. You can do it across the board, but you can say, you know what? Okay, this one right here, we start with you first. Nobody's shopping with you. And we'll tell you why. I said, look, it's this time. You haven't been breaking bread in the black community. You never give nobody jobs. Your customer service has been horrible. People tell you about refunds. You don't want a refund. You want to fight with people. We done. So, I'm letting you know, nobody's going to come in here. Nobody's shopping with you. Now, your own people, whoever want to come shop with you is fine, but we're not doing it in this neighborhood. Because, hey, we could turn this Chinese restaurant to maybe a good soul food spot or something. I don't know. Maybe we can turn this to a good smoothie shop or a good hamburger shop. Something. We can turn it to something else. But we want something. We need that. We need to get this business and put this in our community so we can give our kids some jobs, because our kids can get no summer jobs or whatever in our own community, right? So, yeah, you just take it one by one by one, and that's it. Now, if one of them were good in the community, let me be fair. If one of them always hired the community, always respected the community, then you can let them make it. You can let them make it if they always did right and did fair by black people. They got black managers, black employees, everybody black working for them. And they always respected black people. They've given back to the community. Okay, cool. You all right. But understand, if you got a line, you out of here too. Okay? So as long as you're all right, cool. But the rest of you got to go. You just got to go. And that's the best way to do it. You say you can boycott the liquor stores, but alcohol sales are down and Gen Z isn't drinking liquor like the previous generations. No, they're not. Well, a lot of them don't even go to the liquor store. And if they do get liquor, it's probably when they're out, and it's so overpriced. It's so overpriced. Like in Houston, costing you $17 for a shot. A shot. $17, really? But it reminds me what the Bible taught, that, if you party, surely you will come into poverty. Yeah, that's why. If you're paying $17 shots, $20 parking, these sections could run you up to $1,000. Bottles costing you $300, $400 in Houston. We're not even talking Vegas. We're talking about Houston. Why are you spending all your money drinking something you're going to piss right out? That doesn't make sense. And the bottle is much cheaper at the freaking liquor store. Why would I be paying for a $17 shot when that bottle's almost, I almost paid for the bottle? No. Gen Z, I just believe they can't afford to. They can't afford to. Them kids really don't have jobs like that. Gen Z. They're struggling, bruh. They're struggling a lot more than what we were as Gen X. They're struggling. Liquor's expensive. Now, they vape. I give them, they do a lot of vaping. So if you're the vape man right now, you're making a bag. You want to invest in the vapes and all that, that's the play right now. No, I'm not giving you financial advice. I don't do that. I'm just talking about what I see people do. That's it. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, yeah. So just think about everything I said tonight. Just think about it. It's not about just talking online. It's about straightening somebody out online. No. It's about being about it in the community. The real work is in the community. Sure, we could talk about things online, But in your local community is where the work needs to be done. And everybody be involved in their local communities, we'll get a lot done. Right here in America, and people like myself will try to get things done also globally. And that's that. So when we go, we represent Black America well and be the proper representations of Black people from this country. Yeah, the vape man, I'm telling you, boy, the vape man is getting the money right now. He is getting it. I need to go ask this one dude, 'cause I know some people that got a vape shop. I need to go find out how much they're making a month. I'm so curious how much they're making, because people are getting them vapes. Shoot. Yeah, look, somebody tell me, you want a drink, sir? Nah, I'm cool. Just give me some water. Maybe some sweet tea. You know, because I just be looking at the price on the menu, $18 for a drink. I said, oh, hell no. I'm good. I'm like, look, if I want to drink that bad, I go to the liquor store and go buy the bottle. Now, I'm more willing to go buy alcohol outside the country and bring it back, because I love to try different alcohols from outside the country. And they taste better anyway. Because I bought, prime example, I bought Amarula before, because I like that, from South Africa, at Total Wine. Then I went and got Amarula in Johannesburg. The taste is so much better in Johannesburg than here. So I won't even buy Amarula here in America. Won't even buy it. But if I go to Johannesburg or I go anywhere, I'm going to go buy it and bring it right on back here. Any kind of different things. I've noticed. We went to Costa Rica, bought some stuff over there. Tastes totally different. Matter of fact, even if you're a person that like tequila, if you get it straight from Mexico versus buying the crap here, tequila don't even supposed to make you drunk. Do you know that? Tequila don't supposed to make you drunk. It's all those additives and crap they put in the American version of it versus, and they sip tequila almost like drinking wine. It don't supposed to make you drunk. And you don't supposed to take shots with it. That's actually disrespectful. That's actually low-grade stuff you're doing if you're taking shots with tequila. You're supposed to be throwing something back. You're supposed to just drink it like this, like you do wine. Just saying. You say a rum punch is $14? Man, she'll get you some good Malibu rum from the liquor store somewhere, and you can have all the rum punch you want. All right, y'all. Well, appreciate y'all joining us tonight. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button. If they tell you, hey, you enjoyed this program, click the yeah, I did, or whatever, the little survey they give you, and they ask you why, just say, oh, it's everything, educational, entertaining, funny, whatever you want to put on there. Put it all. That way it helps recommend more of the platform, right? We want to do that. But thank y'all for listening. Check out LaSherica there on